Okay. So I'm kind of pumped to talk about this tonight because this is, I feel like, the part of the business that I've always been passionate about and what's kind of always come naturally to me, and what has, I believe, helped me grow my business over the years consistently. But it's also been a long week. So I got some wine and we're going to do this. Okay. It shouldn't be a super long call, but I'm going to jump right into it. So, what I'm talking about tonight is basically getting results yourself to leverage for your business and to grow your business. So, the importance of bringing your own personal results to the table to grow your business. Because I feel like this is something that kind of gets missed, especially lately. Like I've noticed this common theme lately where it comes to us as coaches or Beachbody or entrepreneurship in general. I see this theme kind of happening where it's like everybody wants to kind of do the pretty stuff or the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the stuff that just kind of is like clutter, chatter, avoiding the nitty gritty, like what we signed up to actually do, what we actually do as coaches. And I see a lot more of like the fluff happening instead of us getting back to the basics of doing what we do as health and fitness coaches. And I see that happening a lot more, like I said. And I kind of see a lot more coaches these days kind of scrambling, doing all this other stuff. Like they're staying busy and, they think they're putting in the work and the effort, but they're not growing the way they want to grow. And they're like, I don't understand, I'm doing what all these other people are doing, but my business isn't growing. Or then you have these newer coaches who come in and they try to mimic the coaches who have been in the business for 5 years, who are now at the point where they're doing these other things because they've already mastered that first part of their business. And it's not working for the newer coaches because they didn't start with the basics. They didn't master that part of their business yet. So they're trying to jump from the not so fun stuff to the pretty fluff. And they're kind of missing that big foundation in the beginning, where I believe as coaches, we all kind of need to start. And that is with your own personal results and sharing that and showing people that. So, like I said, I see the coaches that, they're doing the business stuff. Like they're putting in the work, they're putting in the time, they're putting in the effort, they're checking off the list of everything, they're supposed to be doing. They're sending the invites. They're doing all that stuff, but they're not signing people up. They're not hitting Success Club. They're not getting SC points. Okay. So sorry, I have something in my eye. What I want you guys to do on this call, what I hope this call kind of does for you is I want you to kind of flip the way you look at it. And I want you to look at working hard on your business in a kind of different way for the sake of tonight's call. Instead of looking at working hard on your business in all the other ways that I just named, or, and the checking off the list, making sure you're doing everything, all the bubbles, all at once, every day. I kind of want you to just kind of look at it in a different way. I want you to look at it as working hard. Like you're going to work hard to put in the effort to get your own personal results. Okay? So kind of flip the way you think about it. Like, man, I'm really putting in a lot of effort into my business. Okay, now you're going to look at it like, man, I'm really going to put in a lot of effort into getting my own personal results. So I'm going to work super hard on being a product of the product. Okay. Now, if you've already done this, like if you've already mastered this section of your business, and this might not totally apply to you, but I still think that it's something that we need to get back to and we need to keep in mind, because we need to teach our coaches this. We need to stop signing coaches up and trying to get them to move to the pretty stuff. Okay. We need to sign coaches up or sign challengers up and have them start with this important part of our foundation. Okay, we need to get back to that. So I want you to just say to yourself, I'm going to work freaking super hard in my business. Like, I'm going to dive into my business and work really hard. And I'm going to do that by working on myself. I'm going to do that by being a product of the product. Okay. So that means that even when it's hard, you guys, you know, we've all got stuff going on. You know, I got to a point in my business where I was able to do Beachbody full time. And, you know, I no longer do hair and all the other things. I've kind of put substitute teaching on the back burner as of recently, just because there's a lot of other things I have going on with the kids. So I kind of did get to that point in my life where I kind of make my own schedule now. But I am still busy. Like, I am the type of person that I always have something on my plate. I've got a million things going on with the kids all the time. And besides that, when I first started, you guys, that is not what my schedule looked like. I wasn't able to completely make my own schedule. I had 2 babies. I did hair full time from home. Tyler was in a training program that was ridiculous hours. He was away from the house all the time. So I get, like, I know how hard it is sometimes to fit your own health and fitness into your schedule. But what I need you to understand is that you're not going to be able to grow your business or help other people in the way you want to if you don't figure out a way to fit that into your schedule first. Okay, that's it. It has to start with you. You have to quit making the excuses and just find the time to make that a priority. Okay, so that means that you are going to work hard to push play, whatever that means. If that means you got to wake up an hour earlier, then that's what we got to do. Okay, this week, I was waking up with alarm clocks when it was still dark outside while the rest of my house was sleeping, because we had so much going on during the day that I knew if I didn't wake up with that alarm clock to get my workout done, it probably wasn't going to happen. So I did it. It was just something I had to do this week, and next week will be the same. I know Elise freaking up at the crack of dawn. There's a lot of ladies on the team who get up at like 4 in the morning to do their workouts. It's not always easy. I totally get it, but I'm going to kind of hopefully change your thought process on that. Okay, so you're going to work hard. You're going to do what you got to do to push play. That means that you're going to work hard following a meal plan. Like, you're actually going to follow it this time. Okay, like, you're actually going to sit down, you're going to look at the program you're doing, or if you're using a different specific meal plan, if you're using, you know, the new meal plan that was just released, if you're doing something different, whatever you're doing, you're either going to use the meal plan that goes with the specific program you're doing, or you're going to figure out which one you're using. Okay, you're going to find a specific meal plan, something that you can duplicate and share with your customers in the future, share with your people in the future. Okay, so you're going to find something on your own, a Beachbody meal plan that you're actually going to sit down, you're going to figure it out, you're going to figure out how to do it correctly. You're not going to cut corners, you know, do all these things, and you're going to follow it. Okay, so there's so many of us that have never actually completed a program all the way through. And I was so guilty of that for so many years. Like, I would start a program and then start a different one, or I would, you know, do a workout program and not follow a meal plan. And then when I first started, I did a specific program. I'll talk about this in a minute. But when 80 Day Obsession came along, guys, that was the first time in years that I actually was like, I am going to follow this program to a T. And when I did that and I shared about it, I saw this huge boom in my business again. Okay, so my business was like really good in the beginning. I had like a really, you know, great growth in the middle, and then it kind of like was going like this for a little while. And then 80 Day Obsession came along, and I did that program to a T, and I shared about it, and boom, my business went back up, and it hasn't gone back down since then. Okay, so I'm going to talk more about that. But if you've never completed a program and actually like sat down and done it, the whole program, how you're supposed to do it, just do it. Trust me on this. just tell yourself, I'm doing this for my business. Like, I am putting in the work, even if it's going to be hard, and I'm going to do this program the way it's supposed to be done all the way through. And I'm going to freaking finish it, even if I have bad days. Okay. So no more excuses. And literally something that I tell myself when I'm like in the midst of starting this, or something, you know, I told myself in the beginning, I always said to myself something along the lines of, my hard work and results are going to bring people to me and grow my business. So those mornings that I didn't feel like getting up and doing it, I told myself, me getting up and pushing play on this workout is going to bring a new person to me. Or, you know, when I wanted to order pizza and just eat pizza during 80-day obsession, I told myself, nope, there's people watching me. There's people counting on me to show them the results that I told them I was going to get, and I told them I was going to share with them. So I'm going to stick to this meal plan because I'm going to keep my word to the people who are watching me do what I do. Okay, so it's not always easy. I know there's temptation there. I get it. We're human. But remind yourself of these things. You know, following these things, sticking to the plan is going to grow your business, and it's going to hold you accountable to what you're telling your audience you're doing and that you're going to show them. Okay, so I want you guys just to dive into your own fitness head on. Like, just dive into it. Have fun with it, okay? That's the other thing. We get so like, oh my gosh, we're starting this program and, you know, we're going to be like suffocated by having to do the workouts and following the meal plan. And it's not that crazy, guys. Like, it's not going to ruin your life. Like, it's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you freaking look better. It's going to make you better all the way around. Like, it's going to change you for the better. Okay. So don't look at it in such a negative light. It's going to end up being a really positive thing. So don't look at it like it's this like hard negative thing that you have to do. Look at it as like this fun new adventure that you're about to go on that's going to completely change your business and change you. Okay, so dive into it, have fun with it, be excited about it, and share that excitement in your posts. That's so, so important for the people who are watching you and following your journey. Okay, they want to see that you're enjoying what you're doing and that you're excited about what you're doing. And that, guys, is completely up to you. That's completely up here, okay? So it is your decision to decide that you're excited about what you're doing. It's your decision to decide that it's a good thing and that you're gonna have fun with it, okay? If you're feeling differently, if you're feeling like you're not excited about it, you either need to start a different program that you are excited about, or you need to get out of your own head and quit being a negative Nancy, okay? So it's up to us to share that excitement. And if you can't find that excitement, that's on you. You need to figure out a way to get out of your own head and get excited about it, okay? So have fun with it. Put excitement into your posts and then show off your hard work. This is another thing. And this is something that I find myself holding back on. You guys probably can't tell that I hold back on it because I push out of my comfort zone and I make myself put it out there. But something I've always struggled with is the feeling of like bragging about results, or, you know, I mean, I guess that's the only way to put it, bragging about the results that you're getting. You know, sometimes I feel like if I'm sharing my results, or, you know, if I'm like flexing and putting a picture up, sometimes I feel kind of vain or like I'm bragging. But the thing is, like, people need to see that. First of all, you earned that. Like, you freaking put in the hard work and got those results. So brag about it. Like, who cares if you're bragging? You should be bragging. Second of all, people need to see it. If they don't see the results you're getting, if they don't see what's happening, how are they going to know what it could do for them? Or, you know, how are they going to have something to get excited about? So your results and your hard work can be anything, guys. Like, it's not going to look like everybody else. It might not look like a 6-pack of abs or, you know, arm muscles. Like, it might not look like that for you. It might be something totally different. It might be a mental thing. Whatever it is, like, show off your hard work and talk about your hard work and show people the results that you're getting. don't hold back on that. Don't be uncomfortable sharing that side of you. And that's another thing. Like, if you're getting freaking killer results or any results at all, and you're like, oh, like, I don't want to show people, you know, like I'm going to put baggy clothes on, you know, to where people can't see anything. Like, quit doing that. Freaking put on a tight outfit or put on a bikini or whatever it is and show it off. Who gives a crap if somebody has something negative to say? If somebody is going to hate on you for doing that, that is on them. That's their own insecurity. Don't even worry about that crap, because eventually that same person that's hating on you will probably end up coming back around and wanting your help. Okay, so don't hold back because of what you think other people are going to think about you or what other people are going to say. Because if you do that, guess what? You're going to constantly be here in this little corner, not sharing anything about your life, because there's always going to be somebody on the other side that's going to judge you. Okay, so let go of that fear of what people think and that fear of, oh, I'm bragging or looking vain or whatever, and freaking post it. Post that crap, brag about your results, show people what you're doing, show people your results. Okay, so have fun with it. Put excitement into your posts, show off your hard work, show off your results. And then while you're doing this, just a little tip, try not to be like salesy in your posts, okay? So that's one thing a lot of coaches are always like show off my results and talk about my workouts, but like, I don't really get what you're saying. Like, I don't really understand what that means. So you're going to share your results, and I'm going to give you some people you can follow, and you guys can always go look at my page to kind of see how I share my results and all that kind of stuff. But just like a couple quick tips for you guys. First of all, I told you to have fun with it. Put excitement into your posts. Those are two of the biggest tips I can give you. Show off your hard work is another big one. And then don't use salesy words in your posts. So if you're like, I don't know what that means, or I don't know what sounds salesy, kind of think about like if a Facebook ad for Beachbody was going to come across your newsfeed, what would it say? So if it was going to be an ad for Beachbody, what would it look like? It's probably going to say Beachbody, right? You might see words like 80-day obsession or 21-day fix or Shakeology. So try to stay away from anything that is like specific to like salesy advertisement type of stuff. And it's not because anything to do with, it's not because you're trying to hide from people that you're with Beachbody, or you're trying to hide that you're doing 80-day obsession. That's not the reason why you don't share these things in your posts. It's because we live in a world where everybody thinks that everybody's trying to sell something to them, right? And unfortunately, that thought process is true, and there are a lot of people who really are just trying to sling random sales for crap that's just crap, you know? So we live in a world where that's happening. So everybody's kind of automatically on the defense about that. Everybody thinks that somebody wants to sell something to them, which is true. So you don't want people to automatically put up that wall with you thinking, oh, this girl doesn't want to actually help me. She just wants to make money off of me. Okay, because obviously that's not what we want to do. If that's what you're trying to do, you probably shouldn't be a coach. Like, of course, we want to make money and make a living to support our family and do all that. But we're not out here trying to sling challenge packs to people and never talk to them again. Okay, like we have a whole system as coaches where we put people in an accountability group. Like, we're with them for life. Okay, so if you're uncomfortable about the sales part, that's like a different call. There's calls out there for that, but just know that you're helping people by being there for them for the rest of their journey forever. Okay, so you don't want people to automatically put that wall up. And when they see that kind of stuff, what they do is they're like, oh, she's trying to sell to me. Or what they do is they're like, oh, what is 80-day obsession? Or what is Shakeology? They go to Google, okay, because everybody thinks that Google is like facts. It's all fact-based. They'll go to Google and they'll find a person who is selling Herbalife who decided that they want to write a whole post about why Shakeology is bad. And it will be a completely off, opinion-based, not even correct facts article, but somebody will read it and be like, oh, wow, this article said this, so that must be true, okay? Or they'll just go being uneducated about health and fitness, or, you know, just not being educated about how things work. And they'll go and they'll try to find their own information, not really knowing exactly what they're looking for or what they're reading. And they'll kind of form their own opinion without even talking to you. Okay, so when you give people all this information, they go and they form their own opinion without you even knowing. And then you don't even have a chance to share with them your side of things. Okay, or you don't even have a chance to share with them like what these things have personally done for you. Okay, so that's just a little tip, like just try to stay away from that. Now, don't take it to the point where you're like getting weird about it, where you're like, oh, like I don't want anybody to know that I'm associated with Beachbody or anything. Like, don't find that happy medium where like you're not being weird about it, but you're not like slinging sales on your social media. Okay, try to find like that sweet spot. Don't stress it too much. Like, it's not something you need to stress about in every single post, but just kind of keep it in the back of your mind as you're forming these posts. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in the end, but what you're really trying to accomplish, guys, is you're not trying to be salespeople for Beachbody. Like, that's not what we're trying to be. What we're trying to be is ourselves, who are sharing our own journey, sharing what we're doing, what's getting results for us, and then we're offering the tools that helped us to other people. Okay, so it really, again, it starts with us. Like, we're doing this first ourselves. We're getting results. We're doing all these things ourselves. And then we're sharing those tools with other people. Okay, it's not like we're selling stuff for Beachbody without using it ourselves. Okay, so try to change the way you look at it. You're not a salesperson for Beachbody. You're a person working on yourself, your own journey, and helping other people do the same thing, okay? So when you do all this, guys, when you really dive in, you start being a product of the product, working, which, by the way, I hate that term, just so you guys know. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I hate using the term being a product of the product. To me, that sounds kind of salesy. I need to think of a better way to term that. But basically, being a product of the product means that you're freaking working on yourself. Like, you're doing it yourself, okay? That's what that means, point blank. You're doing it yourself. You're working on your own health and fitness, okay? So you'll find that when you really dive in, you work on your own health and fitness, you share about these things, you share the excitement, you do all the things that I just said, you're going to have to do like less work in your business. It's crazy what will happen. I'm telling you, you guys, you've got to trust me on this. You just got to do it. Like, you will find that all that busy work you were doing, you don't have to do that anymore. Like, it becomes a more simple process, and you can do less busy work. You're going to do a whole lot less convincing. So if you feel like you're somebody that like, you talk to potentials all the time and you kind of give them the information, and then it's like they have questions or they just ignore you, or you feel like you're trying to talk them into joining you, this will change that for you, okay? You will get to a point where you're no longer trying to convince people to sign up with you, okay? Instead, you're sharing the information, and people already trust you because they've already seen you sharing the process openly as you go. They've seen your results. They've seen what it does for you. They don't need you to convince them anymore. You've already done that by showing them your results, okay? And then the people who you come across who you're like, okay, wait a second, I still feel like I'm trying to talk this person into something. Then you'll be able to take a step back and be like, okay, this person's just not ready yet. It's okay. Let them go. We'll hang out together on social media. I'll keep showing you what I'm doing. I'll keep sharing it. And then when you're ready, you'll come around. Okay. So it becomes like a much less stressful thing, and it becomes a lot smoother when you do this, okay? And you'll find that instead of you feeling like you're chasing everybody and you're trying so hard to sign these people up and they're not signing up, people will actually start coming to you, okay? So if you share your results and you show them what you're doing, which that is the key, like that is the key that a lot of coaches miss. You have to show people. Can't just tell people, you have to show them through your posts, okay? And when you start doing that consistently and showing these results and showing people what it's doing for you, people will start to come to you, okay? So you will kind of start to really have like the advantage in your business. Like you will have that ownership and people will start to come to you, okay? So just keep showing up, you guys. Keep showing up. Always be sharing results. And then if you do that continuously, consistently, you'll find your groove. You'll start to get in your groove. You'll start to do that. And then, guys, it'll carry over throughout your business. It'll carry over until the following months, okay? Because you'll be sharing your results in April, or you'll be sharing your results in March, and you'll have these people kind of watching you, and they're like, man, like she's inspiring me, like, look at what she's doing. Like, that's awesome. It's inspiring, but they're just not quite ready. And then you keep sharing. And then in April, guess what? That person's finally going to decide, okay, I'm done watching her. I'm ready to join her. Okay. So when you do this consistently, it carries over into the months throughout your business. And you always have potentials. You always have people who are ready to sign up when you do this continuously. Okay. So do those things consistently. Don't fall off the wagon. Don't disappear for a month. Don't just go MIA for a week. This doesn't mean that you have to be perfect and, be on point every single day, but find that consistency. Oh, Courtney, babies. All right, so some of the things, some of the hesitations, or maybe some of the things that you're telling yourself or that you've told yourself before. Okay, if you're like, I just can't get results. Like, I just don't have good results. I'm not getting good results. I've never gotten good results. I really want you to like get real with yourself and ask yourself, am I really putting in the work? Like, are you really actually putting in the hard work? Are you following the meal plan? Are you following the workouts the way you're supposed to? Are you challenging yourself? Are you actually doing a program that challenges you? Or are you like, you know what, like I'm feeling pretty lazy, so I'm going to do the yoga program. Like, I'm just going to do yoga because it's easy. So not that there's anything wrong with doing the yoga program, but I think we all know, like, we know when we're being lazy and we know when we're challenging ourselves and getting results, okay? So you got to get real with yourself. Nobody else is going to be able to do that for you. Like, you are your own best accountability, okay? You got to be able to be real with yourself, and you got to be able to look in the mirror and be like, all right, what do I need to change? What do I need to work on? So are you challenging yourself? Are you saying no to junk food? Are you saying no to all the things that you know are going to hinder your results? Okay. Another thing is, I don't have the results that I used to have. Like, coaches, they hesitate, they pull back, they fall off the wagon for a couple months, or something comes up. I went through this personally. Like, I fell into a bunch of health issues all of a sudden. And it was like, all my results went out the window. Like, I gained weight, felt like I couldn't lose the weight. I felt like crap, like all the way around, tired, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, man, like, I am not where I used to be. I am not where I was a year ago or 2 years ago. So what, you guys? Like, so what? People, they're not living in the past. Like, I promise you, people are not sitting there going, man, like, I remember Steph's results from 5 years ago. Like, they're not thinking about that. They're not thinking that much into it, okay? Everybody's so like squirrel syndrome these days that they're really not thinking that hard into it. They're not living in the past when it comes to you. You might be living in the past with your own results, but other people are not living in the past when it comes to you. They're paying attention to what you're showing them right now, okay? So if you're like, man, I'm not where I used to be. I don't have the results that I used to have. Who cares? Like, start today. Start today where you are, and then show people the results that you're going to get moving forward. That's all that matters, guys. People are literally watching what you're doing right now. So if you, let's say that, you know, you gained 50 pounds and you're like, man, I gained 50 pounds from the last time I had results. Well, guess what? If you start a program now and you start showing people as you go that you're losing those 50 pounds, people are going to be inspired. They're not going to be like, oh my gosh, like I'm not paying attention to her weight loss journey now because in 2016 she had great results. Like, they don't care about that, okay? Life happens. Everybody gets that. Like, most people go through that at some point. That's not to say to just fall off the wagon for no reason and be like, oh, it doesn't matter. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're staying stuck because you're like caught up in the past, like, let that go, because people don't care, okay? They only care about what you're showing them right now. So just like I did with 80-Day Obsession, after I went through all those health issues and 80-Day Obsession came out, I was like, okay, I'm drawing the line in the sand and I'm following this program to a T. And I showed up and I got the best results ever. And people were inspired. They didn't care. They didn't care about the year I went through and, you know, fell off the wagon. Like, people don't stay caught up on that kind of stuff, okay? So start now and share the results as you go. That's it. That's all you got to do, okay? The past doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are right now. All that matters is that you start and you share the results as you go, okay? So I don't have much longer to go, but kind of sharing more about like what I'm talking about when it comes to, you know, being a product of the product, like working on your own health and fitness, just to kind of give you guys an idea, like, of what I talked about coaches kind of going back to the basics and us kind of remembering like what it is that we do and not getting so caught up in the fluff and the pretty stuff. Just to name like just a few top coaches who really kind of got started by starting a program and getting awesome results. Okay, guys, Lindsay Matway, she literally became a coach because of P90X. You guys might have heard her story, but she didn't even know what coaching was. And she started doing P90X and got such awesome results that people were asking her, what are you doing? What are you doing? How are you getting such good results? Which is what made her look into the coaching opportunity. That is how she became a coach, okay? So people look at Lindsay Matway and where she is now, and they're like, okay, I'm going to do what Lindsay's doing. She's in a different place, you guys. Like, she's been doing this for many years. She's built her reputation. She's also not hustling like she used to. Her numbers are not what they used to be. And she's okay with that because she's in a different place. But I can promise you that Lindsay got started by starting with this simple, basic foundation of the business, okay? And that is starting on yourself and getting results. And I actually saw her do this again recently after she had her third baby. She did it with Lift 4. You guys might have seen that. But she had another big boom with Lift 4 when she shared those results. She had really great results with that, okay? Another big one that most of you probably know, Emily Favre with 80-Day Obsession. So Emily had been a coach for like 3 or 4 years. I forget what it was. It was like 3 or 4 years, pretty stagnant, was just like never got past Emerald. Did 80-Day Obsession, got awesome results, shared about it. Like, that was the key for her, was the way she shared it. And her business freaking took off, okay? So you'll also see a common theme. not only is it going to affect you and the people you sign up, but it's also going to affect your coaches, and it's going to affect what they do, and it's going to affect your team, and it's going to affect your challengers staying on track. When you're on track with your health and fitness and you're on track with your results, the people around you will want to be on track with theirs as well. Okay, so it starts like a ripple effect, and that's exactly what happened with Emily. Me, when I first started coaching, Brazil Butt Lift was the first program I ever did, and I got really awesome results with that program. That's the first time, that's the first program, first results I ever shared, and I had a ton of people right away as a new coach. My first paycheck as a brand new coach was like $250. Was my very first paycheck ever. And that is because I had such great results right away, and I just started right away. I started sharing about it, and people were like, what the heck are you doing? And then 80-Day Obsession, when that came around, I already told you guys about that. That is when I had another big boom in my business, okay? And that, so for the last like year and a half, I have been consistently growing off of that. And then just to kind of talk about consistently sharing results. I really need water, but I only have wine right in front of me. My throat's getting scratchy. Some coaches who always hit high Success Club numbers, they're always high on the boards, and they're consistently sharing results, which is, I believe, why they're always hitting high Success Club numbers, at least a big part of it. Bonnie Engel. Okay, I'm giving you guys these names, so if you want, you can go look at their profiles and kind of see, like, go look at them. Instagram is where I would go look, because that's the majority of where everybody's kind of posting. Go look at their Instagram and kind of see, like, what they're sharing and how they share it. You guys might not even realize that they're sharing results consistently. Like, it might not even register to you until I tell you this and you go look at their profile and you're like, okay, like, I see it now. I see them sharing their results regularly. So go kind of look at what they're doing to kind of give you an idea of how to share consistently about results. So Bonnie Engel, she's somebody that is consistently sharing results, consistently sharing her own health and fitness journey. Ashley Molstad, consistently sharing results. Amy Silverman, same thing, guys. And these are all coaches that always have great numbers. They're always in the top 10 of the company, okay? The other thing is they all have very different body types, okay? Because this is another thing that I hear. I hear, you know, one thing that I hear from coaches is, well, I didn't ever get great results because, like, when I started, like, I wasn't like super overweight or anything like that. Like, I wasn't really out of shape, so I didn't really have crazy results to get. Same thing with Bonnie Engel, you guys. Bonnie Engel didn't have like some crazy body transformation, but she still shared her own results, and it is inspiring to those people who relate to her, okay? Ashley Molstad, totally different body type. And the way she shares her health and fitness journey is totally different than how some other coaches do it, okay? So different body types, different results, and they all share it differently. They all share their results and their journey differently, okay? So I just kind of wanted to name some coaches that always have high numbers that are all kind of a little bit different, and they all kind of share a little bit different, just so you guys could go kind of look at their pages and just kind of see like what they're doing and how they share and how they're all different. And that should inspire you to know that, like, you can show up and be exactly who you are, how you are, and still inspire a ton of people, okay? So right now, you guys, tonight, it is Saturday night, which means that you're going to have all day Sunday to prep and get ready. I want you to make a decision to go all in on a program, okay? And if you're watching the recording, you're probably watching it on Sunday, so you have a little bit less time. But I want you to make the decision to go all in on a program. Like, really make the decision to do the work and go all in, okay? And if you're already doing a program and like you're already doing everything I said, that's great. Keep doing what you're doing. But if you've kind of been doing a program, but you feel like your commitment has kind of been crap, like you've kind of been all over the place, either be like, okay, from now on, I'm committing to not being crap in my program and actually doing it the way I should do it. Or just maybe you want to just make the decision to start over, start fresh, and really like go all in. Okay, so it's up to you, whatever you want to do with that. But make the decision to go all in and do it right. Yeah. And then share as you go. So share your journey as you go. So what you really want to do, you guys, with this is you want to kind of make it a story that people can follow along to. So as you're sharing about your health and fitness journey and your workout program and everything, kind of keep in mind, like, you want to kind of make it a story that people are going to follow, okay? You want to make them know, like, how it's going to end, okay? So you want them to be like, oh, okay, like, she's doing phase 1. Okay, what happens in phase 2? Oh, phase 3 is the last phase. What's going to happen? Okay. And then phase 3 comes along and it ends, and then you jump back into something else and you make a new story. Okay. So kind of always be trying to find a way, and I don't want you to overcomplicate it. Like, I just kind of want you to have fun with it, but kind of try to find a way to make it a story that people want to follow along to and want to see the end results. Okay. Cause that's kind of what we're aiming for. Although we never really have end results, because we always kind of pick up and do something different, because health and fitness is just, it's a forever journey. It's never something that we're going to quit. But do that. Okay. So go all in, start sharing it, kind of make it a story. And then I really want you guys, I want you to come to me when you complete that program. So if it's 80-day obsession, when you complete 80-day obsession, I want you to come to me. Or maybe you're doing the ultimate reset. Like maybe you're like, oh, I can't work out, so I'm doing the ultimate reset. Whatever it is for you, there's a program. Decide on the program that you're going to do. Do it to a T. And then when that program ends and you've shared it as you go. Now, if you're not sharing it and you're not showing your results, I don't want you to come talk to me about it because you're not doing what I told you to do. But once you do the program and you really share it and you finish it, I seriously want you guys to come to me, and I want you to tell me how it changed your business, because I promise you it's going to change your business. If you do the things I said to do, it will change your business, and it will change the people that you attract. And you'll be like, wow, like, people are actually coming to me. Okay. And the other thing is, guys, like, I am giving you the best accountability right now that you could ever have for your health and fitness and your business. Okay. And that is a simple fact that you showing other people that you're showing up for yourself will grow your business. Point blank. It is like the best accountability. You know that if you go and fall off the wagon, that is on you. Like, you're the one making the decision to cut that part of your business off. Okay. When you stay on track and you hold yourself accountable to that, it will grow your business. Okay. So you showing up for yourself and showing other people that you're showing up for yourself is going to grow your business more than anything. That is like the best thing you can do for your business. Okay. So make a decision to do it. And then I want you to come to me when you're done. First of all, if you're making the decision, I want you guys to tell me, like, okay, I'm going all in. This is the program I'm doing, and I'm going to start posting my journey now, because I want to follow along. I want to follow along with your story, and I want to follow along to your journey. Because honestly, I love seeing those things. Like, I personally, I'm a coach, and I still like following the story. I love following the journey and seeing what's going to happen. And that's with me even being a coach. So other people who aren't coaches probably love it even more. So tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're committing to so I can follow along your journey. And then I want you to share the end results with me at the end.